I'm introducing this brief history of Unity Theatre Folk Club, and it was called Unity Theatre until 2000s because it was originally associated with Unity Theatre, political left theatre. Because, and that's the key because, my late stepfather, Jack Firestein, was really the prime instigator and prime organiser every week of the folk club. He was also partners with my mum. I first used to go when I was between 8 or 9, and I used to love the pleasure of being allowed out late on a school night, sitting in a bar. I was able to sit in a bar because it was a theatre bar, indeed with my cape on that was all the rage at the time, feeling very grown up being there listening to the folk singers. And yes, it was smoky, and yes, it was fun. Jack rigorously ensured he sat at the front. Jack wasn't a singer, but he took each singer turn by turn, whoever wanted to come. First round, 2 songs, second round after the interval, and there was always an interval, usually only 1 song, to sing. It didn't matter where you came from, what your voice was like, and although very much what people were singing was left songs because of the association with the progressive left brought up under the wing of the Communist Party, Unity Theatre, you could go, and Jack made sure. We still do that, and you'll see that from what you're going to hear this afternoon. We still go round, we still take turns, we still ensure that anyone who wants to sing or indeed perform poetry can do that. Some of the names that you will hear mentioned, somebody called Eric was performing when I was a child and carried on performing right up really until we went into lockdown. But there were 2 famous names associated with Unity. That was Pete Seeger, who ended up performing in the theatre because obviously he was so popular. And I know I saw him at Unity because I've got his signature, and his signature is with banjo. And Paul Robeson, it isn't clear whether he performed at the folk club, but we feel sure that he must have sung. He certainly performed as part of the theatre because he was totally committed to the work of it. When Unity, sadly, the theatre got burnt down, the folk club carried on and moved to a room in a pub as near as reasonably possible by the Roundhouse. The pub was called the Enterprise, and we went via another pub on Kentish Town Road, but till we got to our new home of Torriano Meeting House. And of course we now meet at Torriano Meeting House, except we had to do Zoom stuff over lockdown and also record things on our website. So I would encourage you to look at the website where you'll see and hear stuff that you may not get a chance to hear as part of this performance.
Our engines roar, the frozen air is cleaving, Red Square is darkened with our guardian shade, and over lands and polar oceans weaving, our cable lines of peace are laid. YCL fly higher and higher and higher, our emblem the Soviet star, and every propeller is roaring, defending the USSR.